As the title of this video says, I finally am trying the Dyson Airwrap. Is this overpriced hair tool worth $550? Not sponsored, not affiliated with Dyson whatsoever. I wish I was. I truly wish I was. I finally made the purchase. I got 20% off hair tools on Ulta, and I was like, you know what? I'd been talking to Chris and I was like, once the baby gets here, I'm not gonna have time to like style or do my hair that often. I haven't gone to my hairdressers in a while. I don't plan on coloring or perming my hair again for a very long time. I hate my hair half the time. So I kind of had been thinking about purchasing this for myself as like a personal mommy present. However, I was not anticipating to purchase it as soon as I did because I got the coupon in the mail and I was like, ooh, maybe I should just do it. And then it was one of those like in the middle of the night feeling bad about myself purchases, which I don't recommend doing. But Melissa Alatorre and Victoria from In the Fro literally convinced me that I needed this. Melissa I know personally, Victoria doesn't even know I'm alive. And then there's Mia Maples, who I was watching, and she finally tried it out a while ago. So I really want to try this. I hope it works the way I think it's going to be. There is a learning curve from what I can gather from videos, and if you can get past the learning curve, people seem to absolutely love it. You either love it or hate it, and some people hate it so much that they don't try it very often again and they end up returning it, I think. But look at this case. I mean, this is a really nice case, and this button is magnetic. Then you open it up and you're gonna have all these tools. So I actually have to go somewhere where I'm not allowed to wear any makeup. I did kind of cheat and put a little brows in, but I do want to do my hair because I just got out of the shower. Thought I would do the barrels. I think the most unique thing about this tool is going to be these barrels. I will insert me using this for the next couple of weeks so that I get through all of the different tools, because there's also the larger barrels, then there's the brushes, including this round one. So what's interesting is these are actually a lot more lightweight than I thought they were. They looked a lot heavier, but then you've got the main, ooh, did I just break this? I hope not. Then you've got this main thing. So this isn't gonna be like it's gonna kind of be a first impression, but it's gonna take me a while to get through all these tools because I don't wash my hair every day. I'll like let you guys know at the end of this video what was my favorite, what I didn't like. Do I think it's worth $550? This is the kind of pre-styler to kind of dry up your hair, but my hair's pretty dry. I'm gonna go in with it. So I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube, but I haven't really watched the Dyson tutorials. My hair is freshly washed, and then I use the Living Proof Full Thickening Mousse in my roots, and I used a little bit of this glossy nectar at my ends because I do have pretty damaged hair. I think my hair's pretty dry, so I'm not going to go in with this today. This arrow thing kind of like confuses me, and I was watching Melissa's video where she was saying you don't really have to switch it around if you just switch the way you hold it. So I feel like the air goes the way the arrow goes, and I want to go this way. So let's pop that in. I'm gonna pop this in. I just realized sound's gonna be a nightmare for this video, so what I'm gonna do is try and like lower the sound and try to update you guys as I go without the sound on. I think I'm gonna try and section off my hair. I think I have the wrong one. This kind of got hot. It's not bad. It does get really hot though. I mean, that's pretty intense curls there. The arrow thing is kind of confusing me because I worry I'm doing it the wrong way because I want it to spiral away from my face. This side's done. I'm pretty impressed at these curls. And then I feel like I would just comb through them at the end. It did get a lot easier as I started playing with this. I'm gonna actually switch this now. I think I figured it out, like which side's which and how to wrap my hair. But it does get really hot real fast, and then there's like kind of a little cool shot. So you turn it up to turn it on, and then when you're ready for it to cool, you just hold it up and then you turn it off and let the curls go. So pretty simple. Definitely you don't want like super wet hair. You want like a nice damp but not super wet. One of the things I absolutely hate about styling my hair is having to dry it and then curl it or straight iron it or blow dry it properly. So this kind of takes care of two steps in one almost. Kind of like the Revlon brush, but this isn't making my hair smell like it's burning, and it's not as hot even though it's just as powerful, if not way more powerful. I've done both sides. Let's see how this looks as I comb it out. I'm just a little concerned that it's almost too fluffy. I probably could have gone with a bigger barrel. A little bit of this Orbe texture spray. Dang, this is pretty impressive. I feel like these will loosen up. Wow, like this is kind of like Farrah Fawcett hair. Okay, so first go, not bad. There is a slight like awkwardness, but then if you just work through it, you start getting the hang of it for sure. And I like how quick it was. It was actually really quick, especially considering that this was my first time using it. And I definitely can see this kind of being my favorite option just because it gives you this like really nice curl and blowout. I definitely want to try the other tools because still for $550, I wouldn't say like if you're only going to use one aspect of this, it would be worth it. So I'm going to wear this for a while. Next time I wash my hair, I will try either the round brush or the flat brushes, and I also want to try the bigger barrel. I think the bigger barrel will give me a more blowout look, less curls, but the other issue is my hair is quite long now, so if you wanted to use this smaller barrel, which was what I used just now, I don't know that it's going to work with your hair if it's past a certain length. So there is that issue. Second time using the Dyson Airwrap, I used the larger barrel and I sectioned off my hair a little bit better. I like the larger barrel.
Yeah.
It definitely gives me more of that like just came out of the salon look. I do have a little bit of trouble getting the back of my head.
That still looks good.
But it's just because I don't have a mirror that has like, I don't have a great mirror setup to be able to see the back of my head. I feel like he always drinks water when I'm filming. I'm pretty impressed. This is the second time I used it. And the cool thing about the first time I used it, which I filmed the entire thing like properly, I felt like my hair stayed well done for like at least 2 days. I like to wash my hair every 2 days, but it looked really put together even though I slept with it twice and that I threw it up to work out or that I threw it up to sleep in. I could kind of just like undo it and zhuzh it up and it still looked really good. Another great thing is if there are any pieces that you feel like you need to fix, you can always just like spray it and redo that section. I'm still testing it out. I still have 1, 2, 3 more tools, styling tools to test out. I'm gonna see how these hold up, and I really do like the texture this created. So I personally like the larger barrel. I still feel like if your hair is any longer than me, you are gonna have a lot of trouble with this device. Maybe there are people with longer hair than me and they've shown it. I do like this like more tousled, messy look. So like when curls are together, I'll go back in there and spray it with some texture spray and kind of separate that, because I don't want it to be like too curly. I want it to be that textured, piecey look. I just used the Dyson Airwrap with the flat brush with the little knobs on it, and it did a decent job. My hair was probably a little too wet to start with. I think there's less frizz than the Revlon Volumizer Blow Dryer, but it's not like the perfect flat brush blowout. I definitely think right now my favorite tool out of the 3 I've used is going to be the larger Airwrap. Small one's a little too tight of a curl, and then I did also use the styling tool to kind of help dry my hair a little bit, but I feel like it still needed a little bit more dryness. But I mean, it did blow out my hair. It's just not perfect. It's been about a month since I got the Dyson Airwrap, and I have to say, after using every single attachment, after every hair wash for a month, I really like the Dyson Airwrap. Unfortunately, it is also $500. Let's talk about why I like it first, and then I'll end with some of the negatives. And at the end of the day, do what you want to do with your money. I really fell in love with this product. The awesome thing is, when you pay $500, you expect quality, luxury, and presentation. Dyson lives up to this. You get this beautiful carrying case that my husband is obsessed with. It's really lovely. It's nice if you have the space in your bathroom. I don't. It's nice if you have the space in your vanity. I don't. But it's just nice. It's nice. It keeps everything nice and together. It's magnetic. And then you open it up. You've got this nice little first layer, and everything has its place. That is something that I really appreciate. While there's a bunch of different attachments, and this really does replace a few tools, I'm not going to use every single attachment all the time. My favorite attachment is going to be the larger barrels. The larger barrels give me the look I like, which on fresh washed hair is a nice blown out, wavy situation that tends to last 3 days for me. And I use minimal product. I do use texture spray, maybe a little volumizing heat protectant at my roots, and I do use hairspray to set everything and kind of just let it cool. The first day I'm gonna get these nice beautiful waves. The second day they loosen up a little bit, and the third day they're still good, but what I have is oily hair. So my hair gets very, very greasy, especially in the front part, and I could potentially just use dry shampoo and zhuzh it up. My issue is I want to wash my hair by day 3. For those of you guys who go longer in between washings, I believe that your style will last longer. Obviously, the curls will fall through time, and I've slept on my hair without it being up in a bun. I've slept on it just like this on my pillow, and it looks great when I wake up. I've slept on it even with a loose top knot, and I undo it and kind of just like fluff my hair, and it looks great. The only time it doesn't really look amazing is if it's been up in a bun all day. I tend to get dents. But what is great about the Dyson Airwrap is that you can touch it up relatively easily with a squirt bottle of water. So you just have to dampen your hair a little bit and touch up any of the areas you need to touch up. My recommendation for touching up is to clip away any hair you don't want wrapped in the Airwrap, spray where you want to touch up, and touch up in sections. That's kind of my recommendation when using the Airwrap in general. You don't want just wet hair. You want to section off your hair. So whether that be just pulling up the top part of your hair and working on the bottom, or sectioning it by the sides and doing whatever you find is more convenient for you, but you do want to section off your hair. It doesn't take that much more time for me, so I don't mind doing that. It makes my life easier. It makes the Airwrap more efficient and gives me a sleeker look. These smaller attachments for the Airwrap for the curls, these give me a much tighter curl, which I could see myself using if I wanted that, or if I cut my hair to shoulder length or shorter. This would give me much more of a tight curl into a loose beachy wave. But my hair's a little too long for these right now. Not that it doesn't work, it just isn't the look I want. So I could see this being useful in the future, just not what I reach for currently. This little styling tool is awesome. It's a smaller, less intense version of their blow dryer, in my opinion, although I don't actually own the blow dryer, which is also why I wanted to try the Airwrap, because I knew this attachment came with it. It does dry my hair at a really reasonable rate. I don't ever blow dry my hair from sopping wet. I also use an Aquas absorbent towel right out of the shower so that my hair is being absorbed of any extra water as quickly as possible. And I do like to air dry at least while I do my skincare, body care, and get dressed. Usually I also do my makeup before I ever put any heat to it, and that's only because I have to get ready quickly. Otherwise, I would like my hair to be 50 to 60% air dried before ever putting heat on it, even a regular blow dryer. So this is perfect. This speeds up your hair drying time if you wanted to go right in with one of the tools for styling. It's also really good for my bangs when I officially get them trimmed and styled. This is a good way for me to just quickly kind of zhuzh up my bangs or style my bangs. So I do like this tool and I could see myself using it. Then we've got the styling brushes. Now, I don't feel like there's a huge difference between the two styling brushes. If there's a hairstylist out there, I'm sure you could correct me on this, or someone who understands hair more, because one has the little round balls at the end and the other one does not. I do like that they are flexible, so I don't know if you can tell, but they're flexible. The entire brush moves with your hair, so there's less tugging, less pulling, and I like these. They're good for kind of just flat brushing your hair while blow drying at the same time with one tool versus having a flat brush plus a blow dryer. I use this maybe once. I don't really like my hair super straight right now because it is got a perm in it. I find that when I straighten it with these, my hair is still a little frizzy just because of the damage from here down. I could see myself using this though once my hair is a little healthier, because I am going to get it cut eventually one day. And I also see myself using it to just like quickly blow dry it and being able to have nice volume, because it does help create that volume when you're blow drying. This does remind me of my last hair video, which was the review of the Revlon 2-in-1 volumizing blow dryer. I feel like this is less harsh on my hair, but if this is the only tool you want, get the Revlon one and save a lot of money. This is just a bonus, and this will replace the Revlon one I bought to review. I won't be using the Revlon one most likely because I have these attachments for my Dyson. And then we've got the round brush, which is going to give you that beautiful traditional blowout that you would get at a salon. And I like it. I've just never been really good at round brushing. This does make it so much easier, but I honestly feel like this is kind of replacing this for me. I know a lot of people love the round brush, and if I wanted to grow out my bangs, I would definitely probably use the round brush until my bangs grew out a certain amount to get that like wave so that it wasn't stick straight, and then I had all my waves with the other stuff. So the round brush is good. It's a nice bonus, but I wouldn't say it's worth investing in this system for the flat brushes or the round brush. I think if you wanted to play with these, that's what you're really investing in, and it's really unique. I also like that it is very lightweight because it's kind of intuitive to use once you start using it. So as you're curling, at first it's kind of awkward because you flick it on and then you can leave it, and then you're like, wait, how do I get the cool setting, and then how do I turn it off? But it is very, very intuitive after you use it like 1 or 2 times. So I like the buttons, I like the organization of it all, and I really like how it's designed. I like what it's done for my hair. I think it's less damaging than most heat tools. I personally do not regret my decision to purchase this for reviewing and to keep, because I truly, truly love it. Now, I saved up for this. I also justify this purchase because I have not gone to my normal hairstylist and colorist and permist. Permist isn't a thing, but my colorist does my perm. First of all, I got my hair cut when salons first opened back up briefly here in LA, but I did not get colored or permed because I found out I was pregnant. Now it's safe for me to technically get color, but not necessarily perm. I just don't feel comfortable with that just yet. So it's gonna be some time before I am able to get the kind of hair texture that I like through a perm. And perms are expensive. Perms can be the cost of a Dyson Airwrap. I justify perms because I get them once a year or twice a year max. But I haven't been getting them because 1, I found out I was pregnant, and 2, quarantine, and now 3, I'm gonna breastfeed, so I don't know that I want to have the chemical perm in my system just to be safe. So I was thinking about growing out my hair and kind of giving it a break as well, because perming is very damaging. I might color my hair. I find that coloring my hair is less damaging, but that's not quite as expensive as a perm necessarily, and I am still undecided. I also haven't gotten a haircut because salons closed again. I know they're reopen again, but I also know that I'm going to be dealing with postpartum hair loss, so I'm kind of just like living my best mermaid hair as much as possible until that happens, and then I will most likely get a proper haircut to style my hair with the postpartum hair loss that I will need help with. For me, I justified it in the sense that I had been saving money with my budget in terms of what we usually set aside for my hair. And I also justify it in the sense that I most likely won't be spending that kind of money in the future. So it's up to you. Everybody's budget in their household is different. I don't think this is a product that you have to have. I also know that Dyson is an incredible company that makes really high quality products that create brand loyalty. And I can see why, because the products are incredibly well made, well thought out, well designed, and well stored. So there's a lot of reasons to invest in a Dyson. Now, I never thought I would get the Airwrap before a vacuum cleaner, because I don't know if you guys remember this, but a while back I had talked about how I wanted to buy a new handbag, but it didn't make sense with my lifestyle anymore, and that it seemed better suited to invest in a Dyson vacuum cleaner that I've been wanting ever since I moved out on my own, but could just never justify purchasing. Now, that's always been on my wish list, and I've actually a few times almost bought it, but then I found a great like battery cordless vacuum that kind of does its job. It's not a Dyson, it doesn't have the sucking power, but it does its job for now. And I also don't want to invest in too many home appliances until we own our home. I don't know, maybe I'll buy a Dyson vacuum in a couple months. Probably not, because there's other things we need to get, and this was definitely like a splurge. I did get 20% off of this, so it saved a little bit of money, but after taxes it was still quite pricey. My review is positive. I do love it. There is a learning curve, so that could be a negative if you're impatient and you like the way you do your hair now and you don't really want to change things up. Then I would say you would not like this product, because there is a slight learning curve. If you have a system that works for you and you love the way your hair looks, this is completely not necessary. Another negative is that this isn't really travel friendly. I don't know how I'm going to travel with this once I start traveling again. And I don't know that I would do my hair without this necessarily either, because I don't really enjoy doing my hair. This makes doing my hair much more manageable and easier, which is why I like it and why I think it works for me and my lifestyle and my preferences. But I don't like using curling irons, flat irons. I don't like blow drying my hair. This kind of makes it quicker for me to get a finished look versus having all these tools around the house. So if you have a system you like, if you like doing your hair, this is probably not the product for you. And if you're on a budget, this is definitely not necessary for you to splurge on. I have been talking about this since it came out, and I've told Chris I wanted it forever, and there's been multiple chances where I could get it at a slight discount. I was able to get 20% off of this. I had told him after baby comes, I'm going to treat myself to this to make getting ready and put together a little bit more easier, hopefully. And it happened that the coupon was sent to me way before baby arrived. Timing wise, I purchased it earlier than I thought I would, but I had always planned on getting this. If you just don't want to buy this, don't buy it. There's no reason you need it. It is a luxury item, and a lot of people love it once they have it. I mean, everybody that I talk to that has used this loves it. And that also kind of made me go, okay, let me just try this out. A lot of you guys also really love the Revlon Volumizer. So that one is only $40 on Amazon, or I think I've even seen it at Ulta on sale for less than that. So that's a great one if you want to purchase a hair tool that's much more affordable for styling, blow drying, and styling at the same time. You're not going to get quite as many options, but it's a great tool. There's so many options out there. Basically, do what works for you. If you do try this out, make sure you keep your receipt, because if you hate it after maybe 2 or 3 tries, you definitely want to get your money back and you don't want to regret your purchase. So that's my biggest tip if you do decide to try the Dyson Airwrap. I'm surprised at how much I fell in love with it, especially after the second use. The first use, I was still on the fence. Second use sold me. So outside of the price point, the fact that it's totally a luxury item and that you don't need it and that it is a little bulky and not travel friendly, I don't feel like there's that many negatives. I think it really depends on the person and the personality and the lifestyle. I really enjoy it. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to store this thing. But it does make getting ready, especially doing my hair, much more efficient and easier and manageable, especially for someone like me who absolutely hates styling my own hair. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something or were entertained for the last however long this video is at this point. And if you enjoy beauty content like this, detailed reviews, and also get ready with me's and just effortless, manageable beauty content here, as well as some ASMR and professional facial treatments and spa treatments when those open up, then please subscribe if you haven't already and show your support. Give this video a thumbs up. I upload new beauty content here every Tuesdays and every Fridays. And if you enjoy lifestyle videos, vlogs, lifestyle product reviews, pregnancy, journey into motherhood, that type of stuff, make sure you check out my new channel, More Serein, linked at the end card as well as in the description box. It's a brand new channel where I share more of myself, my lifestyle, and also do really detailed product reviews, but more geared towards anything that's not beauty related. At the end of the day, I just hope my videos helped you unwind, de-stress, and take your mind off of whatever it is you needed help taking your mind off of. That's how I discovered YouTube, and it's why I wanted to start a channel, and it's why I built this community here as well as on my blog. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. There are monthly giveaways. And until next time, have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye!